What about you? You got a topic you want to talk
I
about?
don't. I mean, I
We
don't. I
covered a
don't.
lot.
I don't. You know what? I do want to say this. So, some weeks ago, we had a conversation about uh I think it was sort of black economics in our community, if I'm not mistaken, right? If I'm not mistaken, and we were talking about, or maybe we didn't cover this conversation. So, or we did. So this is the thing: we have a lot of people in our community that are doing some great work on YouTube. We have EYL, we have Wall Street Trapper, we have Richard Fain. There's a bunch of people that are really going above and beyond to help our community recognize the importance of investing paper assets and being active in the stock market. But one of the things that occurred to me um, when we were having a conversation the other day, I mentioned about the importance of perhaps people diversifying their investment portfolio by acquiring precious metals or putting some money into precious metals.
Right.
And I think we spoke about that briefly. I said that I purchased silver and I purchased gold, bars and that type of stuff. So this is sort of another one of those sort of reach out moments from the Daily Walk to ask people, particularly from our community, to consider that as a strategy to further diversify your portfolio for the future, particularly, when we're thinking about your retirement, right? And listen, the market is great. If you're somebody like me that you don't have the time and you don't have the patience to be one of those people that sort of dig into individual stocks and read balance sheets and looking at debt ratios and that type of stuff. We've heard it on these sort of Earn Your Leisure and Richard Fain platforms that ETFs are the way to go, which are just basically index funds. You put your money in it. You could do dollar cost averaging, which is basically you taking a set amount of money on a predefined schedule and putting that money into the market just over and over and over again over an extended period of time.
ETFs.
Yep, ETFs, and you'll see growth. And when you look at the growth of ETFs, particularly the top ones like VOO, VTI, I think it is, you see that there's a growth pattern over the years. Like the trend is upward. But I also want to, suggest to people, again, particularly from our community, is to check these out. So this is a silver bar, right? And you can buy these, and all of these links that we're talking about, we'll put them in the description. But you could buy things like silver bars. You could buy things like gold bars. You could buy things like, I should have probably had these out. I didn't think we was going to have time to talk about this, but you could buy things like sort of, well, I'm messing up here. You could buy things like platinum coins and all of these things you could put your money into. You can go and buy them on precious metal dealer, websites that are out there online. There's many of them you could choose from, but you put your money into these tangible investment precious metal assets and you hold them, and just like the stock market, they grow with with value over time. You just hold on to them. So it's just another way to diversify your portfolio when you're thinking about your long-term investment strategy as you look towards the future, particularly those of us now, we're in our middle ages. We're thinking about our, what retirement is going to be like, and if we're going to have enough money to fund that retirement, so that if we do work, you're working not because you have to, but because you want to work, So those years should be your golden years, and that's the time for you to enjoy your life, right? And what remains of it. So just consider diversifying your portfolio. If you have your 401k contributions, that's great. If you have your private contributions to the market via a brokerage app that you use, be it Public or Weeble or Thinkorswim, any of those. Also consider purchasing precious metals and just holding them. And don't leave them in your house because you might Ray might not be your cousin Ray might be one of those crackheads that Azizi was talking about earlier that he get to your shit and steal it and pawn it off for some money.
One of them new crackheads.
Yeah, one of them new crackheads.
This 100% silver, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. So you can always go to your local bank and you can get a safe deposit box, and they're really not a lot, like $50 for the year or something like that. Very cheap. So you can stash it there. So just think about that as a way to further diversify your portfolio. So again, that's another reason why people should just consider investing in index funds, because now here's the great thing now with the day and age that we're living in with the internet and you being able to have access to one of these sort of trading platforms. You act as your own broker. Back in the day, you would have to go to a Charles Schwab or one of these licensed brokerage houses and pay them to purchase stock for you, right? So you pay a premium on the purchase and you pay a premium on the sell. You don't have to worry about that no more. You sign up for Public, you sign up for Weeble, you essentially become your own broker. And a lot of these platforms don't have any broker fees. So all you're doing is taking money and feeding your account, your broker account on these platforms, and you take that money and put it into whatever investment vehicle that you want. And now a lot of these platforms, they're not just for paper assets, being the stock market. They also allow you to invest in cryptocurrency. They allow you to purchase T-bills. They allow you to purchase now there's this new thing now where you can purchase or you could buy into the gain on actual physical like art and things like that. So yeah, just some encouragement for the daily walkers and more specifically people from our community, that listen, there's options to diversify. You can take the $30 that you fucking off on lunch in a week. You could take that $30 and buy a silver bar.
Wait a minute. I don't have to get $30 for strippers anymore. I can give me a silver bar.
You can buy yourself a silver bar for $30.
Fuck these hoes, bro.
And you can stack them. So here's the thing: in the white community, there are there's a thing called stacking precious metals, because there's quite a bit of people, and not just in the white community. There's just sort of collective of people that believe that the collapse of America's financial system is imminent. Right? So to counteract that, people are stacking precious metals so that when the financial industry collapses, you have something to barter. So that therein lies the craze with with these type of things. So, and these sort of even smaller gold pieces here, because the idea is that if you can't take a whole gold bar to a merchant if the financial system collapses. So you have these little things, and they sort of serve as smaller dividends, and then you sort of use these to barter for goods and services and things. So listen, even if you're one of those people like me that you believe that the collapse of the financial industry is not imminent, these just being able to acquire these things and stack them lends significantly to your strategy of building wealth, if not for yourself, for your family. Because when you go, you can take all of these precious metals and hand them down to your family, and they will undoubtedly be worth more than what you paid for. So just consider.
Man, so King Tuttle, man, they had it all wrong.
What you mean?
Then they try to take their money with them.
Yeah, they were buried with all of it, right? They're buried with all that gold and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Also, too, you know what? The thing is that there is a finite amount of gold left in the earth, right? So at some point, we're gonna run out of it. And gold is used heavily in the creation of computer chips and other technical components that run computers and all of the things that we use, just because the metal is highly conductive. So gold, silver, platinum. So there is a need for them. So you be able to buy this stuff, and who knows who you might be selling it to in the future and at how much, So consider it.